Well, hello there. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. This is a new video. We're going to do something different. We are going to do predictions for the upcoming Game Awards that is coming up December 9th this year. It's a award show I've always been watching for a while now and everything. It's not only that they always do awards for the games that have come out for the past year, but also just always new reveals and all that stuff. We've gotten like the Xbox Series X, such as a big one that came out last year and everything. The Joker reveal for from Persona for Super Smash Brothers as one of the fighters a couple years back, to give a few nice, hopefully we'll see more of that this year. But today we're actually going to start doing predictions on certain nominees. We won't do all of them. We'll look through them and all that stuff and everything, but we're gonna just do predictions on a few of the nominations that are available. Probably some good ones, and give my 2 cents on and all that stuff. Now, to know for the fact for what's going on, I do not know any of the categories as of right now. So they've been announced for a couple weeks now, but I do like to give a heads up for people who are watching this, and if you see like certain things or like certain games, like why is this certain game, there's with the Game Awards in particular, there's always a nomination deadline to nominate the games they want to be on there. So you'll probably see certain games that have been out for like the last couple weeks that are not going to be shown on here. But we're gonna go through this, we're gonna check this all out and everything, and we're gonna give this a shot. So as you see, the Game Awards is proud to recognize the following games and individuals for outstanding creative and technical achievement in the 2021 and everything. So we'll see how that goes. Let's jump right into it. So here's all the nominees for and everything. We're gonna do Game of the Year last. We're not gonna do that first. Also, in the video, we're probably gonna do certain ones, not all of them. Let's start with the first one, most anticipated game. Okay, so most anticipated game, of course, these are games that are coming out in the future, which ones are we more hyped for. So our nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to the Legends of the Breath of the Wild, and Starfield. Now, 4 of the titles are exclusive titles to their specific platforms, such as Starfield for Xbox, Zelda for Nintendo on the Switch, and then of course Horizon and God of War for the PS5. And for particularly the PS4 also. I don't remember I think Horizon for sure, but I don't remember on God of War anymore. Elden Ring is going to be a multi-platform title, such as going to come out for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. All these are exciting games. I would say for the latter 4, God of War, for Horizon, Zelda, and Starfield are the ones I'm more excited for. Elden Ring I know about, but it's not something that has interested me as much. I did miss out on a network test where you get to test it out, see if you like it or anything. But I hear a lot of people are praising this game for when it comes out in February. If I think if they did it now, they changed the date. I think they changed the date or something. I don't know for sure. If you happen to know it, please leave a comment below in the video. That way we have a clarification on that. If not, I will probably do that myself for that, and probably do that in the description. But for me in particularly, if what I want to go with really is the sequel to the Breath of the Wild. And that's mine right there. Why for that in particularly, and this is out of everything that's here, like God of War, Horizon, Starfield. I know what I'm getting into with those kind of games, really, and all that stuff. This one, I really don't. We've only had 2 trailers for what's here. I don't know much. We know where it looks like we're gonna deal with stuff in the sky and stuff, but that's the only one that I feel like that I'm excited for to check out. Next title nomination is Best Multiplayer. We have 6 titles on here. They are Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Rise, New World, and Valheim. I'm gonna be straight up honest with everyone. I did not expect this kind of categories, so you're probably seeing like maybe a couple titles already probably missing from this already, and most likely that's Vanguard for Call of Duty Vanguard, and of course Halo and Battlefield 2042. So those came out so it looks like most likely those came out on a perspective of the deadline, and they didn't get to make it in time for this and everything, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Basically for most of how they categorize this is for outstanding multiplayer gameplay design, including co-op and massively multiplayer online experiences, introspective for game genre or platform. Particularly, most of these are, with the exception of Valheim and New World, are multi-platform titles, such as Xbox, PlayStation, Mario, Switch. I think for Rise in particular is on Switch only, and And then New World and Valheim are only on PC right now at the moment. I've played I played 3 of these titles, and that's Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, and New World. So everything else is unfortunately gone out of this because I don't want to vote for something I haven't played. Though I hear It Takes Two is one of those surprise hits of the year, and it's very fun to play, especially with on a co-op perspective. But other than that, for what I feel like what I'm gonna go do here is what I believe is gonna go for New World. Now I've only played it during the beta. I haven't played it since release and everything. But the time I got to spend on that was very interesting and very nice to do and everything, and I enjoyed every bit of that. All right, next is best action game. It's for the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat. We got Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. Okay, now these are gonna be one of these categories where I have not played any of these games, with the exception of Back 4 Blood, but it was only for a small time, and so I'm gonna go based off of what I feel should be the winner for this and all. What I'm gonna go with on this particularly is gonna go for Deathloop, based off what I've seen and all that. This is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, for those who don't know, and based off from what I've heard from previews and reviews and videos of what the game of what it plays, the fact that you play this certain character that lives in a time loop, and you have to figure out ways of getting out of the time loop and killing all these different assassins, along with this mysterious person that's there with you that's trying to get for you, is a very interesting thing. But I personally thinks what I think is it'll go to Deathloop for this one. On to the next, which is best action / adventure, which is for the best game combining combat, traversal, and puzzle solving. Titles we have here are Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. So again, this is another category where I cannot give much more input onto it based off what I've played. But with the exception of Metroid Dread, I did play a little bit of it, and it is something I have on my backlog that I want to start playing again. I feel like how this vote will go and where it feels, I will personally go with Metroid Dread on this, and that's not for the fact of playing the little play it. I feel like based off what everyone's done, what everyone's used, Resident Evil is something that's a game that came out early in the year, but hasn't been something that's brought up since. Guardians of the Galaxy did come in with confused tractions. I don't know. I've heard good things and bad things of the game, but we'll see what goes. Psychonauts 2 and Ratchet and Clank, and of course Metroid are console exclusive games, such as Ratchet and Clank being PlayStation. Psychonauts. Okay, no, actually Psychonauts is a Xbox platform exclusive title on certain things, but it did release on the PlayStation. And then of course Metroid Dread is on the Nintendo Switch. But I feel like Metroid Dread would be the best option out of this ones for what I feel like. Best fighting game. Now I'm only doing this because I enjoy the fighting genre. I've not played any of these games whatsoever, but I do love the fighting genre on a spectator perspective. I have Demon Slayer, the Konami Chronicles, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Type Lumina, Nintendo, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and then Virtual Fighter 5. It's a tough one. Don't know anything about Melty Blood. I didn't know Virtual Fighter 5 came out this year. And then of course we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, we have Guilty Gear, and I do know about Demon Slayer. So I know about 3 of these titles already. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl I heard it was a popular hit at the beginning. I haven't heard much since then. I hope and everything, because this game it is something that's coming out after the fact that Super Smash Bros. No longer is supporting like new characters in a way. But what I'm gonna go with, and this is just based off prediction, something I always been excited for, is Guilty Gear. It's a game that I seemed intrigued about, and hopefully it wins and all stuff, because I feel like out of all the games that I've seen gameplay wise, that one looks good. Next nomination is best ongoing game. Now, based off what you're probably already seeing here, like there's already a few games in here like these games are not come out this year, of course. So the premise of this category right here is how it says rewarded to the game for the outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves player experience over time and everything. So there's always new for these particular games. There's content that comes out for these games that always keeps it going, like a battle royale and all stuff. So, and of course, what we have here is Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone for this. Now, particularly, I've played 3 of the titles, and that's the BR ones: Apex, Fortnite, Warzone. Genshin Impact is a game that I've always seen. I don't want to say I'm scared to jump into it, but I feel like it's because apparently like you get really addicted to those because of the how you get your Genshins, I guess they're called. I don't know. I don't know the whole title, and maybe one day I'll probably just jump into it and see what happens. And then I don't play MMOs, with the exception of the New World beta and everything. Though Final Fantasy, it's great to hear about Final Fantasy 14 with its the renaissance it's had for the last couple of years, being and everything. But if I had to go with something that I feel has been best ongoing for me, out of the 3 that are here, which is the BR titles, I'm gonna have to go with Apex Legends on my prediction for this and my vote. I feel like what they've done with their seasons and adding new content, especially adding the arenas mode to it with their new legends that have been recently coming out, and of course a brand new map that came out this year. It's all exciting to see and all stuff. And nothing against Fortnite, nothing against Warzone. I feel like Apex has been the top of an ongoing service. But I hope if the other two out of it, such as Genshin and Final Fantasy, come out of this winning this, that's pretty cool to see. But my prediction is going to be Apex on this one. Best esports game. Now, there is a competitive scene within gaming, and so far what we have here is Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant. Okay, and how the description goes for this nomination is for the game that has delivered best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, content updates, introspective of genre or platform, and everything. So how I'm gonna go with this one, because I watched Call of Duty League. I've watched the League of Legends pro scene with the LCS, what they call it, and the world's comp tournament that's there at the end, towards the end of the year, and of course Valorant, which is now full-fledged it's going to do its esports this year, and has its upcoming championship finals tournament coming up soon, depending on when this video comes out. If not, it's already happening or already done. What I'm gonna go with on this one, on my prediction, or how I feel what should go with it, I know probably the general consensus is probably gonna go League on this one, or maybe Counter-Strike. I don't know for sure, but I am gonna go with Valorant. I feel like there's been, from what I've seen out of this, from Valorant, they've done a lot from what they do for actual organization teams, amateur scenes, somewhat, and everything, and private stuff. League is a world esport, in all honesty. Like, there's so different regions have different things of what is up, so I can't go fully into that. I don't know anything about how the pro scene works within Dota. Counter-Strike is Counter-Strike and all that stuff. And then Call of Duty, as much as I would love to give it to Call of Duty, I don't feel like such as inclusive tournaments, community support, and content updates help it as much on the competitive side, in my opinion. But hopefully that changes soon. But I think Valorant will win this for sure. Content creator of the year. Of course, these goes to people who create content, who are a streamer. They do videos on YouTube, like me right now, and all. They've also done cause positive impact and all that stuff to it. But my vote's gonna go to Fusely. An interesting one that I found was this one is kind of called Best Community Support, and this is recognizing the game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Titles here are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 11 Online, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I think what I'm gonna do here is, again, I played 3 of the titles: Legend, Apex, Destiny, Fortnite. I played Fortnite and Apex more than Destiny and all stuff because I've not played these two, especially this past year. But if I feel like what it has been for social media activity, game updates, patches, transparency, responsiveness, community support, this is a tough one in all honesty, really, because like I don't want to say I don't know Destiny, especially social aspects and all that stuff and everything. Fortnite and Apex is kind of a tie, but I feel like based off everything, it's going to be Apex Legends on this one. That could change really, because like, again, I have not played Final Fantasy nor No Man's Sky, and probably they've done a lot more of their stuff than I know about, but it is what it is. On to the final category, which is Game of the Year. This category is going to be, of course, the best game, what they think of the best game of the year is. We have Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village. The only game I played out of this is Metroid Dread. I don't know. This is a tough one from what it feels like, or based off what I've seen, what I've heard about all these games and everything. But if I want to go with this, I think it should go to Deathloop. I believe it should go to Deathloop. I feel like this is a game that's gonna be that's surprises more than others. And if you haven't played this game, based off of what I hear, I think people should play this game. Hopefully one day I'll get to myself, and I hope the best and everything's go out. But that's what it is. That's what we're gonna have, and hopefully that's gonna be all. Hopefully that's the game that's gonna win Game of the Year. So that's my video. Those are my predictions of what I have so far. What I believe on who could win Game Awards this year. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this or anything else different, please sure to let me know in the comments below. Drop a like if you haven't already on all stuff. That way that helps the content grow, help the content show and everything. And hope you guys have a good one. Peace.